How to handle different types of assets in the estate. Every estate is made up of a real variety of assets. You have Social Security benefits, you've got retirement plans, you've got real property, personal property, unclaimed property, life insurance, claims and debts, and all of those things require special handling. Social Security and retirement plans. Generally, you do not have to notify Social Security. Social Security office has apparently made a pact with all the funeral directors in the country that as soon as they have custody of the decedent's body, they notify Social Security, and Social Security immediately retracts whatever they've paid you into your account on a pro rata basis. So that hits your account usually frequently more quickly than the obituary hits the paper. Arrange to elect spousal benefits. Your benefits might be more or less than you would receive individually, so you want to check to see which way you want to go on that. Retirement plans. Define benefits plans, determine the advisability of a disclaimer, notify the plan administrator of the death, and arrange to elect spousal benefit if one's available. Non-defined benefit plans, including IRAs, 401ks, 403bs, handle with care. We use a flow chart in our practice that a colleague of ours by the name of Bob Keebler has designed, and it kind of shows you all the various things that happen to an IRA and all the various results that happen if you elect one or other provisions of how to distribute that IRA. And all of them have different tax implications, income tax implications. So you need to do that very carefully with your attorney or your financial advisor before you make any decisions about the IRA. Personal and real property, particularly if a surviving spouse is not the trustee, and there to make sure things are going all right, physically secure the real estate and personal property. Unfortunately, the bad guys out there can read the obituaries just like the rest of us, and we conveniently put in those obituaries who the person was, where they lived, and whether they survived by anybody or anybody was living in the home. That information is then used to go case the place and see if they can get into it and steal. So
often during the funeral.
As Patrick said, often during the funeral. It's unfortunate, but those things happen. Ensure care for livestock and pets. We do a lot of pet trusts in our practice. I've done pet trusts that are probably the most like Helmsley that I've done was a pet trust for a West Highland Terrier who has a $250,000 trust. And there are people lined up who want to be the trustee of that trust for the benefit of that pet. But I advise the client to get the pet tattooed because one West Highland Terrier looks pretty much like another, and I can envision this 45-year-old West Highland Terrier still collecting on this trust. Contact insurance agents, homeowners, and liability to let them know the status of the automobile owner or the homeowner. Notify the police department again because people have been breaking into the houses of deceased people. Remove highly visible, valuable personal property. Don't leave that Picasso hanging where it can be visibly seen from the outside of the house. Review the portfolio for tangible personal property memorandum. They said that Lee Mulligan's supposed to get the diamond-encrusted tiara. I want to make sure I get it. Somebody's going to put a diamond-encrusted tiara, and I'm going to be tearing up their house looking for it. They're just going to do it just Okay, personal real property again. Find and apply for refunds due on unearned insurance premiums, nursing home prepayments, all prepaid service providers, security deposits, and subscriptions. We do this as part of our practice. We even cancel subscriptions and get the refund of the unused portion of the subscription. Check for unclaimed properties. Thanks to Patrick, who went online and found my name next to some unclaimed property in the North Carolina Department of the Treasury. I filled out their little form and sent it in, and I got a check for $760. Woohoo! That was nice. Paid for my new garage door. Anyway, every state has a unclaimed property. Usually it's in the Department of the Treasury. So if you go and Google unclaimed property Ohio, you will find where that site is and can check by name to see whether the decedent had any unclaimed property. We had a physician who practiced up in, I think it was Michigan or Wisconsin, and moved down here, had been retired down here for 25 years, and found that there was an accounts payable account up there of $35,000 in one of those states. The need to get the date of death values, explained before. It's important to get those values. Bank accounts, you can get a statement from the bank. Stocks, you calculate the value. And the way you calculate the value for a stock is you do you take the high and low of the stock on the day of the decedent's death, and you do the mean. So add them together, divide by 2. It's not the closing price that becomes the value of the stock. Real estate, you need to get an appraisal, as you do with personal property. Vehicles, we typically use the Kelley Blue Book, or NADA, and I can't remember what NADA stands for. Businesses need to be separately appraised, and other items as appropriate. Life insurance, what you request from the life insurance company is a Form 712 from each company where the decedent owned life insurance. Include the cash value of any policies the deceased owner owned on the lives of someone else. We frequently find people here who have life insurance policies, whole life policies, on the lives of their children or grandchildren. It's kind of a tradition at one point to do that. And the value of those, the cash surrender value of those policies, or the interpolated terminal reserve value, is what's included in the estate of the decedent. Claims and debts. It may be prudent for the trustee to publish the 90 days notice to creditors. We usually do that now. The trustee is responsible for paying all known valid claims, including all debts. And if a claim is filed against the estate that the trustee believes to be invalid, the trustee may settle or litigate the claim, and the trustee, of course, can use the trust assets to do that. In summary, the primary goal is protection and preservation of assets, and I always include this quote by Judge Benjamin Cardozo, who was on the Supreme Court of the United States. Many forms of conduct permissible in a workaday world for those acting at arm's length are forbidden to those bound by fiduciary ties. A trustee is held to something stricter than the morals of the marketplace. Not honesty alone, but the punctilio of an honor the most sensitive is in the standard of behavior. I wish people still talked like that, at least wrote like that. Taxes, Patrick's favorite topic.